What's up, guys? I think it's time for another bug update. It's been a little while. I think most of March, right? So the last video I did was right before the Vegas race, which of course I didn't go to. Bug's still not finished, obviously. Then I did one race, LACR, I did that just because I was wanting to do that. And now I'm a little bit further. Starting at the point where I think I've got most of the interior finished, as far as like brackets and things being made and painted. So yeah, we are moving along relatively okay. So I don't remember the timeline as far as when I did what, but this is kind of as far as I got so far. And yeah, so I got a fuel cell. I had to drill a hole in it to put a sender so I could have a fuel gauge. I have the oil cooler mounted. I don't have any lines around yet. I do have my oil filter down there. So I made that bracket. I got my battery bracket, which I think I showed you guys already at one point, but there it is. Eventually I'll get a battery for that. I have one of my fire extinguishers. I also learned a couple things as far as rules go. Mainly the one thing I didn't see coming was I need 2 fire extinguishers. So I need to get a second fire extinguisher, which that isn't a big a problem. I just got to figure out where to put it kind of in the car. I'm probably going to put it right here somewhere, mount it off of this bar and have it sitting right here on the back. So I need to have a second fire extinguisher. I also figured out that the fire suit I bought and printed and all that isn't going to work for this application. So I needed a fire suit that's SIF 3.2A-5, I think is what I need. And the one I have is a 3.2A-1. So it needs to be basically another layer or something. Anyway, I need to buy another fire suit. So I need to buy, so now I need to buy 2 fire suits, a second helmet. I need to get a head and neck device thing. And that's pretty much it as far as that goes. So I already have the shoes, I already have the gloves, but I need to get another fire suit. So I need 2 fire suits now, another helmet for co-driver, and then, yeah, so new fuel cells in at least. Big fuel cell, 16 gallons, I believe. I do gotta figure out how to fix my fuel pump, because that would be my fuel pump. That's a little fuel filter that comes off it, and it's probably should have put this in when I had this in here. So I gotta either move this up and redo it, or move it that way so it's kind of out of the way of that. So that's the only thing I gotta fix. I drilled my hole for my air filter, which is right here. That will eventually get in there. And today I got this whole thing situated, fuel inlet. So now I gotta figure out how long of a hose I need from there to there so I can get a hose, and all that. And this was stainless steel, not easy to work with. Just something I had lying in the backyard, and not easy to work with. I tried drilling holes into it, which I'm not really good at, and did it wrong, so I guess work hardened and made it really hard to drill any holes. So I have 3 rivets in it, which were holes that were already in the piece of sheet metal I cut out, and then I just welded the rest. So that's just welded on there. And then same thing with cutting the hole for the inlet. That took a while too. I didn't use a drill. I bought a hole saw. That didn't work, so I sliced it a bunch of times, and it was a nightmare on that though. So, but yeah, roll cage is pretty much done. I might need to add to it or change a couple spots on it later, as far as if I want to try to race Nitro with this. Nitro, they're supposed to have a crossbar up here on top, which some of the cars, a lot of the cars didn't, so I'm not too worried about that, but I do not have the door bars. I need to have it across, so it needs to go across from this point and then down, so it's like a big X. So I might have to add a bar from this point to here or figure something else out. That I'm not too worried about just yet. Really, I'm just trying to get it ready to race at some point. So, which what was the next one? Battle at Prim. Probably not going to do that. Mainly because that's like 12 days away and I'm nowhere near ready for that. So I still need to buy a couple other things. I got my radio so I can get those kind of figured out. I was waiting to get the cage mostly finished and inside mostly painted and finished so I can start putting things into the car. Next I'm going to work on painting up underneath the front part. And so once I get that all finished and painted, I can start running wires and stuff like that and doing wiring, which is going to be fun for me. I like doing wiring kind of, so yeah. Mounting the fuel cell was also a little bit hard. I had to figure out where to put it and height. And it's in there. It's all in there. It all comes out. Oh, mostly comes out, but it's in there at least, so yeah, just got to fix my fuel pump thing, but so far so good. I think we're getting there. Things have progressed. We've progressed on stuff. The shop's still, the garage is still dirty. Don't worry about that. But things have progressed in here, and it looks pretty good. I think I'm quite happy with it. So yeah, next thing I'm gonna fix my fuel pump thing, and then we'll figure out what to do after that. I need some more bolts for my fuel sender to get that right. I need to order some other AN fittings for the fuel return, and then I think then I'll put the dash on and paint the front, and we'll start working on that kind of stuff. And once I get there, we're on to the next thing, and yeah, we'll be getting there for sure. At this point, I'm like, hopefully I can probably realistically make the July race at Glen Helen. Hopefully, that's what I'm kind of shooting for. It's a good 2 or 3 months away still, so I'm gonna work on this a bunch, and we're getting there at least. So I'm happy with that. I'm making progress, little bit by little bit. We're making progress. Lots of nights and weekends. Pretty much almost every night and weekend at this point. So yeah, if you guys want to help support the channel, check out shopgearhead.co. If you want to sponsor the car in any way, shape, or form, you can go to my website, spriggs333.com, click on sponsors, and then you can figure out how to sponsor me and get in contact with me to sponsor. It'd be very helpful. You can put your name on the side of the car, or business logo maybe. I don't know. We'll figure that out. Yeah, other than that, check out shopgearhead.co. Use my coupon code SPRIGGS. Get 10% off your order. Really help me out with this, because it's expensive and I don't have nearly the money for it. Which is really why I'm not racing. Probably won't be racing the Prim race, because one, the car's not finished. I still gotta buy tires and a whole list of things I gotta buy to get still. Just a lot of little things at this point, but it all adds up at this point too. So there's a lot of that stuff, and then just entry fees into the race, like the Battle at Prim. Battle at Prim is like $750 to enter for the Class 11. Any of the more races, so like the rim after that, there's a PCI 300, I think. That's a desert race out, and I forget where, but that one's like $800 to enter. I think the race I want to try to go to, which is the Freedom Cup, that I want to say was $1,200, I believe. And not to mention, I got to buy 2 fire suits at like $400 or $500 a piece. I got to buy another helmet, and those are the big things. I need to get tires. I need to get, well, I have shocks, but upgraded shocks would be a lot better than the ones I have, because the front shocks are basically just stock front shocks. So definitely upgraded with reservoirs would be a lot better, but I don't have that. So there's a lot more I can add to it. I still need to get an air pumper system for the helmets, and that's a lot of it. So still a lot to get. So yeah, want to help me out and sponsor a vehicle, would be very, very grateful and helpful. So yeah, got a lot done, I think, and I still got a lot more to go. So I know it's kind of dark in here. My light that I was using in here died and stopped working today, so. Yeah, I was really focusing on getting the inside done here, and then I'll figure out like the front bumper and rear bumper and skid plate thing again. I'm gonna have to take the motor back out for do a lot of that, so. Yeah, and then I get to wiring. And I actually don't mind doing the wiring. That's the kind of decent fun stuff for me. And then painting. Painting will be fun. Yeah, this is pretty much as far as I'm gonna. I should probably make an oh crap handle, and there's some things on my list I gotta do though. So yeah, if you wanna help support me, check those things out. And I think I'll end this one here. So if you guys like this video, hit the like button. If you haven't yet, subscribe. Thanks for watching. As always, I will see you guys in the next one.